What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm going to be sharing not only a great way that you can save money and start building financial freedom, but also a great way that you can do that and enjoy the finer things in life and have some fun along the way. But before we do get into all of that, if this is the first time that we have met, my name is Christos Fellas. I am an entrepreneur and investor from the UK, and on this channel I talk all things personal finance. So if any of those three things float your boat, then consider subscribing down below. Other than that, let's jump straight into it. Alright, so the money saving technique that I'm going to be sharing with you guys today, if you haven't seen it in the title already, is called the 50-30-20 rule. It was actually made popular by Senator Elizabeth Warren in her book, All You're Worth, The Ultimate Life Money Plan. But realistically, people have actually been using this method for years and have found it a great way to not only save money, but also maintain a really high quality of life at the same time. And it is ever so simple to do. I'm going to break down each of the three areas for you in just a second, but the first thing that you actually need to do before you even start using this method is you're going to need to work out exactly how much money you are going to be earning every single month after tax, and after tax being the key word here. For most people, this is going to be your 9-to-5 job, but if you do have a secondary job or maybe even a side hustle, then you're going to need to add all of these on top of that, and that's going to give you your total net income after tax. Now we have worked out our monthly net income. What we are going to do with every single piece of that income that comes into our bank account is divide it into three different sections, and this is where we get the name the 50-30-20 rule. And basically all we're going to do to start things off is take 50% of that income, and what we're going to want to do is put that towards our needs. These are going to be classed as the absolute essentials that we need to pay for to be able to even survive on this earth. So this could be things such as a monthly rent or mortgage payment. It could be your car payment every single month. It could be insurance payments. You've got your monthly bills as well. Anything that you have to pay, no negotiations, should be classed as your needs. And as you may have already worked out, this is going to be by far the most important one to get locked down. And when you start doing this, you may even find out that you may be a little bit off budget, and it's going to take you a couple of months to actually adapt to it. For example, let's just say that your net income every single month is £2,000. So if we take 50% of that, that is going to be £1,000 that you have budgeted to spend on your needs. Let's now say that your needs are coming out at £1,200 every single month. This is where you're going to have to go and make some changes. Maybe you're paying a little bit too much for your groceries every week, and you can find some different ways that you can budget down, or maybe you're just paying for a car that is a little bit out of your reach at this current time. And this is not to say that you should have a nice car or anything like that. The main point that I'm trying to make here is that all of your needs, your essentials, should never come to more than 50% of your monthly net income. Once you have got all of that locked down, one pro tip and something that has helped me massively and reduce my stress levels so much is actually creating a secondary card that is dedicated to your bills only. And basically all I do every single month when that money comes in is I just transfer 50% and I put it on that card. I lock that card away in the drawer so I can't go and spend any money on it. And doing this just really gives me the confidence that I know that I don't have to worry about my bills or anything like that. I don't have to keep checking my phone to check my balance to make sure that I'm covered. And doing this makes the next two steps extremely easier. Now, talking about those next steps, let's talk about number two, and that is putting 30% of your money towards your wants. And as you've probably worked out already, your wants are going to be those things that you simply want, of course, but if you didn't have them, it's not going to be the end of the world because they are not absolute essentials. I'm sure you don't need me to reel off a long list of these things. I'm sure everybody has a nice long list of wants, but just a couple of examples would of course be shopping trips, meals out with friends, or holidays. Now, one thing that I do need to clear up, which a few people do get confused between wants and needs, are things like TV subscriptions like Netflix, and more importantly, gym memberships. Now, of course, people would argue that your health is a top priority and it should be counted as a need. And whilst I absolutely agree with that, a gym membership is still something that you can do, and you can maintain good health by not going to the gym. Of course, there's things like home workouts, there's going for a run, and of course, eating healthy. And I guess that that example there is actually probably one of the best ones to differentiate the difference between a need and a want. A need is something that is absolutely essential, you cannot live without it, and a want is something that is not quite essential, but it does make things a little bit easier and nicer. And then finally, we have my favorite part, of course, and that is dedicating your final 20% of your net monthly income towards saving, investing, and building financial freedom. Now, first off, one thing that I would recommend doing with all of this allocation to start off with is actually putting it all towards building an emergency fund. So a cash pot that you can access at any time in case there is any emergencies like losing your job or anything like that. However, once you have done that and maybe you've got a few months worth of bills locked up in an account away that you can access once again at any time, this is the time where you really want to start putting your money towards some investments for the future. You could do things like opening up a stocks and shares ISA. You could put money towards your pension for when you do retire, or maybe an alternative option is to actually start paying off some high interest debts if you have any, because paying these off is actually going to save you a lot more money in the future because of that interest that comes out of your account every single month. But regardless of what you decide to do with that money, the main thing is that all of it goes towards building yourself a better financial future. You're going to have your 50% going towards covering all your essential needs and living costs. You've got your 30% to go and have fun with and not have to worry about saving any of that. And then finally, you've got your 20% to go and save towards better causes. I personally believe that for those that do struggle to save money, that spend a lot of their money on going out, having fun and all of that, this is by far the best solution that meets both of these needs without really sacrificing one or the other. And of course, another thing that you could also do is, let's say you were 3 to 4 months into this saving strategy and you realize that you are only spending 25% of your money on your wants. You could of course go and put that remainder into investments and start building that up even more. This is just a guideline and this is the one that has worked best for most people. But there you go guys, I hope you did find this video valuable. If you are planning on using this strategy going forward, then make sure you do let me know in the comment section down below, or if you just had any general questions, then pop them in there as well. Like this video if you did find it valuable, like I said, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Take care.